Okay, here's a problem. The dose ordered is sodium chloride 40 milliequivalents. Now, there's no need to freak out. That is cousin to a milligram. Milliequivalent is used when they're talking about a mineral. It's only with a mineral, but it's going to be the same setup as if it was a milligram, a gram, or a microgram, okay? So this is the dose ordered. And the strength of this, you got all these numbers, but you're looking for the per, okay? Don't use that number. You want 4 milliequivalents per 1 milliliter, okay? So you're going to set up your problem. And the setup for the formula is the dose ordered over the dose on hand times how it is available. So the dose ordered here is going to be 40 milliequivalents. So we're going to put that on the top. The dose on hand is 4 milliequivalents per 1 milliliter. For it to go in this fraction, they have to have the same last name. If you have two things that have the same last name, then put them in the fraction. Be prepared to convert. But for it to go in this fraction, it has to have the same last name. So this fraction says 40 divided by 4. When you're keying it into your calculator, I couldn't find mine, but it's going to be 40 divided by 4. And if you get your handy-dandy calculator and you work it out, you're going to get 10. Don't put 10 milliequivalents, it's just 10, all right? But you're not done. You have to take whatever you get from this math and multiply it times whatever's right here. Right now it's a 1, so you know 10 times 1 is going to equal 10. 10 what? Whatever you put right there. If she wants to see your work, you setting up this problem is showing your work, okay? So when you get to the answer, some problems you're going to be like, crap, I don't even know what we're talking about. Look right here. It's whatever you put right there, and you're going to tack it on and circle it. In case she ain't got her glasses on. Okay? Let's do this up. Here's another one. Okay. So it is for atropine, 200. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at here. Let's start again. Atropine, 200 micrograms. I want your butt to pucker when you see micrograms, because you're probably going to have some kind of conversion you're going to have to do. So what's your dose on hand? There's 10 milliliters in the whole bottle. The whole bottle has 1 milligram, but the strength has the per. You see that? 0.1 milligrams per milliliter. Now, this is milligrams, that's micrograms, so we're going to have to convert. I'm going to convert and get rid of the decimal, because a decimal will kill somebody. So it's 0.1 milligrams, and they want to know how many micrograms. So you remember your K, G, mg, mcg, and you're going from milligrams to micrograms, so you're going that way to the right. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3. There's your decimal. It's going to be 100, and it's whole numbers, so you're not going to keep the decimal on there. So this 0.1 milligram now equals 100 micrograms per milliliter. And now we're ready to set our problem up. It's the dose ordered over the dose on hand times available. My instructor told me it's what he wants over what you got times how it comes. So what does he want? He wants 200 micrograms. We're putting that on the top. And come down here. 200 micrograms. What have I got? I have 100 micrograms. 100 micrograms per 1 ml. Now, you have set up your formula. You've shown your work. Always tag what it is on there. You see that? So that she knows you know what the crap you're talking about. Okay. So you're going to, in your handy dandy calculator, you're going to key in 200 divided by 100. That is what this fraction, that's what any fraction says. So 200 divided by 100 is going to be 2. But you're not done, because you got to come back right here. I know it's 1 right there, but the next time it may be 15. So check yourself. So 2 times 1 is going to be 2. What? Whatever you tacked right there. Milliliters. Okay? You like it, don't you? I can tell. Okay, so here's some more problems. Look at number 1. It says a dosage strength of 1,000 units. You're not freaking out. You are finishing reading. All you need is 2 things with the same last name to know where to put them. So 1,000 units per 1.5 milliliters is available. So is that the order or what you got? That is what you have on hand, this one. Now, it's not in the same order, but you're not freaking out. Okay. And then prepare a 1,250 unit dose. So that's what he wants. That's the dose ordered. So we're going to get our handy dandy piece of paper and set our problem up. Okay? So what he wants is 1,250 units. Okay? Yeah. Sorry. What we have is 1,000 units per 1.5 milliliters. So we're going to put 1,000, sorry for the lights, units times per 1.5 mLs. Okay? And now, this fraction tells you 1,250 divided by 1,000. Get your handy dandy calculator. And you should get 1.25. But you're not done yet, okay? You got to take this 1.25 and multiply it times the 1.5. Now, thankfully, you got a calculator in your hand. But I'm going to just do it right here because my instructor thought we were going to work in that African bush with no solar, I guess. So 5 times that is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And then 5 times 1 is 5, times plus 1 is 6. And then we got to go do it again. It's going to be 5, 2, and 1. And then we're going to add them up. And I kept mine in line. I'm telling you, my teacher would be so proud. Because I used to get jacked up with it. I'd be like, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 decimal points. You see that? So we're going to come right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And put it right there. And then hopefully they told us. Okay, y'all with me so far? And thankfully in the directions that we read, they told us to round our answer to the nearest tenth. And we know that a tenth's place is 1 position behind a decimal. But we have to look at the hundredths to decide if we need to go up 1. And yes, ma'am, indeed we do, because the 7 is more than 5. So that's going to up that to 1.9 what? Whatever you typed right there, mLs. Okay? Okay. You want to do another one? You want to do another one? All right, here we go. So a dosage of 45 units has been ordered. That's a dose ordered. The strength available is 80 units per milliliter. So like a machine, here we go, setting up our problem. I'm not even going to use that shiny thing. All right. What he wants, or the dose ordered, is 45 units. It's got to have the same last name for me to put it in this fraction. The strength available, for those of you who don't have your book, the strength available is 80 units per ml. Okay, so we're going to put it in our thing. 80 units per 1 ml. If it just says ml, it means 1. So this fraction tells you 40 divided by 80 times 1. And for the next set of stuff, I'm going to get my calculator. But you'll key it in 45, hit divide, 80, and that should equal 0.6. But you're not done. I'm going to do this because it ain't always going to be a 1. You're going to think about me when you come up on 1. You're going to say, there she did. She didn't lie to me. That's right. 0.6 times 1 equals 0.6 milliliters. Okay? And then circle it because she may not have a glasses on. Okay. I'm going to go and do these. I hope I can send this. The IV solution available has a strength of 200 milliequivalents per 20 milliliters. You are to prepare a 50 milliequivalent dose. So which one is the dose ordered? What he wants you to prepare, the specific dose, is 50 milliequivalents. Okay? So we're going to go and write that in our handy dandy 50 mEqs formula. And what is the strength? What do we have in our hand? What's available? 200 milliequivalents per 20 mLs. So we're just going to 200 mEqs times 20 mLs. So you're going to work that out, and I'm going to work it out down here. If you like to watch some long division, just help yourself. So you're going to key it in 50 divided by 200 in your calculator. To do long division, you have to put the 50 under because it's being divided by something. I'm going to put my decimal there because I know I got to add zeros, and I'll put it up there because I will forget. And that's going to be 200 into 500. It'll go 2 times. And that's going to be 400. And then we're going to bring that little sucker down right there. And we're going to add a 0. So 200 into 1,000. It'll go 5 times. And that will be 1,000. And so 0.25. That's just completing the math in this fraction, but we are not done. We have to do 20 times 2.5. In your handy-dandy calculator, if your instructor was sweet enough to let you use one, wise enough, I should say. That's all I'm going to say, though, but you picking up what I'm putting down. 2 times 5 is 10, put up there. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 5. Plus 1 is 5. There's 2 decimal places, so we got to go 1, 2. And so we should give them, oh goodness, we should give them 5 what? Whatever you wrote right there, milliliters. You should key it in. When you do 50 divided by 200, you should get 0.25. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Here we go. All right. The strength available is 80 milliequivalents per 5 mLs. That's what we have on hand. Prepare 30 milliequivalents. Okay? What's the dose ordered? 30 milliequivalents. So we're going to stick that on the top. 30 milliequivalents. What's the dose on hand? 80 milliequivalents per 5 mLs. 80 MEQs. My dog, he don't like it. Just know that he don't like it. So in your calculator, you're going to do 30 divided by 80. Okay? Let's see, 30. I should have got my thing. So 80 will go into that 3 times. $24. I went blank there for a second. Okay, look, I'm really going to do it. That's going to be 60. 80 into 60. I'm going to cut it off at this one. Let me see something. Anyway, my calculator's on my phone. But look, you would do 30 divided by 80 times 5, and you should get 1.9 milliliters. So it's straightforward like that. If she is making y'all do dimensional analysis, first of all, that's jacked up, real jacked up. But I don't do a dimensional analysis because I have a fear of fractions. And if you give me more than one, I don't know whether I got to find a common denominator or cross multiply. So this is the formula method. The formula method works, my God, for just about everything. So these are this, and the next video will be on talking about this stuff right here. All right. See you in a few.